Hello friends and welcome back to the vlog. This is episode 2 of Transform. So if you didn't know, we're doing a 12-week series here on my YouTube channel. Go back and watch the first video I posted because that's really gonna just give you a good baseline for how to start if you, like me, are trying to reach some big goals this year. So if you are someone who has tried to reach big goals in the past, you're kind of like uncertain where to start, what to do, how to slowly build week after week so that you can be successful, then make sure you are subscribed to the channel and watch this video because today I am going to share with you my 12-week plans for what I'm looking to transform. And it's not going to be my usual like driven series content. I have got some different ideas of what I am looking to achieve over the next 12 weeks. So I'm going to share that with you, give you tips along the way. And in today's video, in fact, I am giving you my secrets to hit your protein goals, okay? We're leaving all of that in 2024. You got to stop not reaching your protein goals. So I'm going to share with you in today's video all my secrets and how easy it can be. Let's get into the video. So we went grocery shopping today and I was like, you know what? I kind of want a little bit of sausage to go along with my morning breakfast. So
yeah, you do.
I picked up these Applegate chicken and maple breakfast sausage patties. I like these. And
I'm like, what?
No, I'm telling the story. Jason looks at me and he goes,
You know, I could make those sausages probably better.
and I'm like, you know what? I bet you probably could, Jay. Let's do a little test. How about I buy these, make these, and then you do a competitor sausage and we'll put it to the test and I'll tell you which one I like better.
Of course, I had the better sausage.
He always does.
This was 31 grams, so I used 31 grams ground turkey. The maple syrup, only 3 grams of maple syrup. Bamboo sea salt.
Okay.
And Mrs. Dash. Have 4 grams of fat, 2 carbs, 5 protein. These are pretty clean, like chicken, water, cane sugar, maple syrup. Very basic.
Applegate's as good as you can get with processed.
So if you're getting like processed meat, I would definitely go Applegate.
Try these before they go cold though. So this is the Applegate. I'm gonna try it first.
Look, I got hair, guys.
I'm so bad with rating stuff. Just let me
One
say
to
what I
10.
like more.
1 to 10.
You 1 to 10. I'll say what I like more.
I'll be honest too. I won't be biased. Alright, this flavor is good.
Yeah.
Don't like the texture.
See, I like the texture better of the Applegate. I like the flavor better of yours.
I like both of mine better. This is saltier.
For sure.
This is a little sweeter. This tastes like if you were to make a thin hamburger.
It does. It's almost like a McDonald's basic hamburger patty.
But this is like a bounce back. You bite into it and like bounces back. Not a fan.
It's back.
I don't like the bounce. I mean, the flavor is good. I just don't like the bounce back. Are they good though?
You did really good.
Are they good?
You did good.
Thanks. There's gonna be less fat and less carbs in that.
Jason looks at everything in life as a competition. So it's like, you think that's good? I'll show you what's a good sausage.
Everything's a competition, and I'd hate to lose.
True. Good job, boo.
Thanks, babe.
Double sausage morning.
Yeah, it is.
This morning, I'm just sharing with the Grounds Inner Circle my vision board for 2025 and some of the goals that I have, which it's kind of crazy. I've actually never made a vision board before. I really haven't. And here's why I think I haven't. Because, you know, life's changed for me, right? Since 2023, halfway through when I quit my job. And so 2024 was like the first year that I really feel like I had the opportunity to work on me, to do some discovery of who I am as a person at 40 years old and what I want for myself and what life I want for myself. And so prior to that, I just kind of always felt like, well, what's the point in having a vision board? Because your life is already routine. It's already set in stone. Like, this is how your life is. And I was kind of getting in that place where I wasn't shooting for the stars. I wasn't trying to do more for myself, right? And that was wrong on my end. So if you are someone with a 9 to 5, still do the dang vision board because it probably wouldn't have taken me so long to get to a place of happiness as it did. But nonetheless, I'm here now. 2024 in my eyes was like this trial run year of figuring out my stuff and getting my career goals in order and like actively working towards them. So now 2025 is so exciting for me. I just have this feeling it's going to be such a great year for everyone. I don't know if it's the number or what, but it just feels like this is going to be everyone's year, including myself. So I, for once, did my vision board, and I'm actively going to have all my goals written out, and I'm going to share some of those with you here that I will be discussing and touching on within this series as it pertains. Not everything is applicable here to this series of transforming, but you know, I highly encourage you, number one, if you didn't already, go back and watch the first video of this series. I think you'll find it very helpful if you're just looking for a place to start. But number two, you have to write down your goals. You have to. If you don't write them down, they definitely aren't going to happen. You're not going to reach them. So for me, I'm writing down my goals, and then I'm also doing some prompts within my calendar for every few months. Some of them I might do a little sooner to check in. Like, is this still a goal of mine? Do I need to reassess it? Have I achieved it? Where am I at with these things? To not lose sight of it, because we can so easily. So I'm going to share those with you later in the video. But one of the things I want to share with you today is how to reach your protein. All right. We are leaving not eating enough protein in 2024. If that's you, I'm talking to you right now. There is literally no excuse to not reach your protein goals. So if you are with me on this transformation challenge and you're someone who is looking to change your body comp or get better results in the gym, maybe get stronger, grow the booty, feel more energetic, whatever it may be, you need to hit your protein goals. So I have literally nailed this. I have locked down my routine. I did already work out. I did my run. I showered. I threw the jammies on because I'm just cozy right now. But tip number one to do this, you have to ensure you're getting high quality protein sources. Number one, like most people are either unaware of what those are, or they fill their diet with so much more carbs and fat that this is what I always hear at the end of the day is that I have so much protein left to eat, but I already went over on fat and carbs. Because most of us want to eat more fat and carbs. You can change this though. And my secret here is starting the day out. Breakfast. I don't care that it looks weird. I have been most days, starting out my breakfast with a high quality protein, especially after a hard workout. Think about it. What are you trying to achieve? You know, if you are someone that wants to get stronger, which I do, if you are someone who is striving for certain fitness goals that I am, big ones, I'll talk about them later in this video. So make sure you stay tuned because it's a little scary for me to even be announcing that I'm going to be trying to do this, but I am. You have to align your actions with the person you're trying to become. Same is true when it comes to your actions in terms of how you eat. So does eating just a bowl of cereal or an English muffin sound good for breakfast? Of course. Is it quicker and easier? Of course. But if you want to reach your goals, you have to do the things that maybe are a little bit different. So you might not be in the mood to have ground turkey with onions and garlic and sauerkraut in the morning, but it is what helps set me up for success. And I have noticed a difference in my energy during the day, my eating habits during the day in terms of how this sustains me once nighttime hits. In addition, it's just made it effortless to hit my protein goals. So if you're someone who eats 3 times a day, 4 times a day, take a look at how often you're eating. Make sure you're getting in high quality protein sources. So anyways, I'm going to share with you how I do that today. Like I said, I'm starting out with ground turkey, asparagus, onions, and kraut. I hadn't finished up my protein coffee yet, and I'm going to have some carbs after this, but I do like to start with my whole foods, my protein, my veggies for breakfast. And I highly suggest you do the same thing because most people, if you look back at your meals, that's usually where you're falling flat is breakfast. Are you eating anything at all? Are you just drinking a coffee? Are you getting in some good source of nutrition? And are you getting in vegetables? Are you getting in fruits? Breakfast, let's start reevaluating it. You guys, Justice's toxic trait, his toxic trait is the fact that anytime you talk loud, he assumes he needs to be part of it. So he was just sleeping, But instead he heard Mama talking loud. Oh, are you trying to get to the water bowls, little sir? This is a good boy. It's a good boy. I didn't need you though. You can go back to sleep. You can go back to sleep like your brother. B-Dubs has the right idea today. Good day to snuggle up because we have just been blasted with snow outside. It's gorgeous, but it's definitely not something I personally want to be outside in because it's super windy. You probably can't tell. It's just swirling out all around out there. Now, when it comes to making sure that you are actually getting in enough protein, I know many of you want to be intuitive eaters, right? But here's the problem, and maybe an unpopular opinion. The majority of people in 2025 cannot handle being an intuitive eater, especially if you're trying to reach goals. You could be spinning your wheels for quite a long time. Most of us intuitively don't eat enough protein. So something I want you to consider is being more practical when you eat versus going through your day feeling like, well, I'm so busy. I hear this a lot. I'm so busy and I don't get hungry when I'm at work. That's not true. You are probably getting hungry. You've just gotten your body used to constantly fasting and you're focusing on everything else that's going on around you versus eating. It catches up with you. So I want you to be more proactive and practical when it comes to eating. So that's something I've done recently that seriously helped me. So I am someone that I could go for hours and just ignore eating. That's not a good thing. I'm not bragging about that. So what Jason has helped me with is being like, babe, you need a meat meal?
What meat meal you on, babe?
So I'm meat meal number 2. So one thing I know about me, especially now that I work from home, it doesn't mean it's easier for me. It's almost easier for me to lose track and get distracted with all the other things I'm doing versus making sure I'm getting in enough food. And that's why I say practical eating, because is my body at a point where it needs nutrition right now? 100%. It's been about 3-ish hours. Stomach's not growling, so no physical hunger symptoms. However, being more practical and proactive with your eating will make it easier for you to get in protein and be practical with protein. If you wait till the end of the night, you're not going to get in your protein.
It's not meat to digest at night. Sorry, I stole 2 gnocchis.
I always make enough so that you can eat some. So what I'm having right now, and here, I'll show you what I'm eating right now. Well, I'm not eating all this, but I cut up some greens. I'm going to eat some greens with a little dressing. And then I've got more organic ground turkey with cauliflower gnocchis from Trader Joe's. 10 out of 10. Recommend the Kinder's caramelized onion butter seasoning. I promise it's fine. Just use a little. It's all going to be okay. It's going to be absolutely fucking delicious.
It is. And know what happens if you
when I skip
don't
my
get
meat meals?
your meat meals in?
Well, I was slacking through
Kara is like amazing at finding things.
It's my only skill.
When I target practice with my bow, if I missed and the arrow went in the ground, like where you can't find it, she'd have it found in like 60 seconds.
He lost like 10 of them and he's like, I can't find a single one. And
They're gonna make everybody think I suck. 10 over like a span of months, guys, okay? Yeah. Since she went to Houston, she's been slacking on her meat meals. She's eating 1, maybe 2 a day. I'm always offering her, hey babe, need me to make you some meat meals? I'm good. She doesn't have to do the work. She started losing things and guess what happened? She couldn't find shit. She could not find anything. I'm like, babe, your lack of meat meals, you're losing your superpowers. So she steps up and starts eating 3 meat meals again. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, I'm taking a 3-mile walk in a blizzard. We're talking like
blizzard.
Yeah. We're talking like Yukon Cornelius, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Santa ain't making his delivery because of how bad it was. So I'm walking through deep snow, 3 miles on the canal, vlogging, get home, go see, let me check my steps. Instantly, I'm like, oh, my Bluetooth ain't connected. Instantly hit me. My damn phone fell in my pocket in this deep ass snow walking on the canal.
Yep.
This Wonder Woman's like, I got you, babe. I'm not coming home till I find it. I'm like, babe, you're not finding it. She's like, I've been eating my meat meals. I guarantee I'm gonna find that. 5 minutes later, babe, found your phone buried in the snow. I'm like, how did you find my phone buried in 3 feet of snow in the middle of the woods?
You'd already come to terms with the loss of it. You were already grieving it.
I wasn't grieving, I was handling my stuff good. 2025, I ain't letting stupid shit bother me.
I love that for you.
Because I got hair now.
Yeah, you do. It looks good too. You're just peacing out on that note. I hope you all love story time with Jason because I always do too. All right, the second thing I know you're gonna say to me is gonna be,
well, Kara, that's boring. You already ate turkey at your first meal and now you're eating turkey again?
yeah, not every meal has to be a freaking 3-course meal, Instagram worthy aesthetic. Variety is great, and I do have a lot of variety in my diet, but when it comes to protein in particular, I have found locking in your staple proteins just ensures you're gonna eat it, okay? So you don't have to eat a different type of meat or protein source at every single meal. Find what you like, and for me, I like chicken, but yeah, I go on and off with cooking chicken and do I wanna eat it or not? Some people get the chicken neck, the egg ick, whatever it may be. Ground turkey is something I just simply don't get the ick with. When you open a package of ground turkey, it's a full pound. To me, I portion that out into 4 servings. Cook the whole pack. Don't just cook part of it, cook the whole pack. And there you go, you already have 4 servings in there. So Jason cooked that up for me this morning, and yeah, 2 servings out of it, cool, gone. 2 servings in with my meat. So that gives me a full 25 grams of protein solidified yet again. So it's okay to be repetitive. In fact, I encourage you, dumb it down a bit. Make it real easy to follow. Find out what staples you love. If it's ground beef, then eat ground beef 2 times a day, 3 times a day. I don't care. Make it easy on yourself.
Can I share a dietitian opinion real quick? And I don't want to make this clip too long because the video's kind of long.
Yeah.
A lot of people have weird digestive issues, or all of a sudden they won't feel good. We eat all the same foods. Like, I eat what agrees with me, and I change it up, like she just said.
Yeah.
Don't you think that's a good tip for a lot of people? As long as there's a variety of like greens and stuff, like kind of just stick with stuff. If somebody's having like a lot of weird digestive issues, like narrow it down and kind of stick to your ground turkey with just different seasonings. Stick to your ground beef with different seasonings.
It's the biggest thing people don't do, and it can honestly help you. Like if you're someone who's having a lot of bloating or
which you
GI
can't
distress.
you can't do that eating out. Even if you're eating out the same like Chipotle every day, I don't, because it's gonna be different.
Yeah.
They're gonna put different stuff in it, different ratios in it.
You gotta get in your kitchen and be cooking a bit, and really, honestly, making it simpler. You will find digestion-wise, like ever since I started having more staple meals each and every day, I used to have the worst bloating first thing in the morning. Do you remember that?
Yep. I got your digestion.
Like I would wake up with that lower stomach bloat, and I'm like, I guess this is just how it is. I'm a woman. It's just, I don't know.
No, that doesn't matter if you're a woman. You shouldn't have that issue.
Yeah, and then when I really kind of locked down my eating habits, and I still have variety, don't get me wrong, but I have a lot of the same repetition with my meals, which is why I don't do as many full day of eatings, because I feel like they'll get boring. And Maxitrate goes a long way for regularity, ladies. If you need it, take it. It's better to poop than not poop. Take the dang pills. Hear it from me. But it goes a long way, having that regularity in terms of your intake. So find what you like that you could literally eat every day. Find those staple meals and repeat them on the daily and sometimes twice a day.
You feel like a different person when you're pooping. Like you literally feel like a different person.
I mean, we could do a whole video on poop because quality of life with how it impacts you. Yeah, we won't get into all that in this one, but everyone needs to be pooping in 2025. All right, let's talk my personal goals for the next 12 weeks here. So like I stated earlier in this video, I did put together a vision board for myself for 2025 and some of the goals that I want to achieve during this year. But bringing that into a shorter time frame for this series, I'm not going to share with you everything. I have a lot of goals, a lot of things I want to work on, and just as a human, I think we constantly should be trying to improve ourselves, right? There's just always areas for improvement, things that we could do better, things we could learn, new skills, relationships that we could hone in on, right? So I think it's really critical that if we want to keep growing as individuals, that we do have to push ourselves. And maybe that's not for you. Some people are just cool with being comfortable and living that day to day. But for me, I'm just constantly wanting to challenge myself and do better. And I know I have a lot of areas I can do better, but for purposes of this 12-week transformation, let me pull up my goals. We're gonna stick to mostly my health and fitness goals so that I can really track my progress during these next 12 weeks. That's 3 months. A lot can be done, a lot can be achieved in 3 months. And so I'm going to incorporate that into some of these videos, and some of the videos will be more specific to you all. So make sure you are subscribed, hit the post notification bell. In the next episode of the Transform series, you're gonna get a full meal prep video. So if you're like, girl, I need more help with the protein and how to get my act together, I got you. That's gonna be in the next video. It'll be a full meal prep for dummies 101 kind of situation, really easy to adhere to. So stay tuned for that. Now, my goals right now are to mainly, one thing I want to do that I haven't been good about and I know I need is I have been struggling with anxiety, which is something that I've never been diagnosed with. Who doesn't feel anxious, right? So whatever. For me, I noticed that really kind of has an uptick at nighttime when I need to unwind, when I need to go to sleep. And sleep for me is number one. So to assist and support in that, something that I really want to work on these next 12 weeks is journaling. So Buff Bunny Collection sent us these Christmas gifts. It's called the 5-Minute Journal. Please comment down below if you've used that before or not and how you like it. I haven't started using it yet, but that was my goal, was to implement that as part of this 12 weeks and really see how that assists me with that nighttime, kind of get it off my mind, get my subconscious reprogrammed into a better state, and see if that allows me to ease into my sleep better. With that in mind, I do want to also continue to focus on my sleep hygiene, which has been pretty good though, but I struggle with that, the nighttime mind racing. I need to do all these things. Where is my life headed? Like, those struggles are there. So I want to see how journaling helps. I'm also going to continue to monitor my sleep hygiene and really reaching towards an 8-hour average for the week and really making sure I'm getting good REM sleep, deep sleep, all the things. Next up, my big one, and I know many of you are used to me doing these series where it's like I am showing a cut transformation. I'm not looking to cut during these 12 weeks. I'm not looking to, and it's not that I'm not looking to change my body, but my bigger umbrella goal right now is to run a full marathon in exactly 13 weeks. So there just so happens to be a full marathon near where I grew up in upstate New York, and my mom mentioned it to me and my parents live there. So I was like, that could be a low-key way to dip my toes back in. So if you have been following me for a bit here or over on Instagram, make sure you follow me, Kara Corey Fit Life, over there. I have upped my running this past year and gotten back into a consistent flow. I did 2 races last year, and I had wanted to do a full marathon before I turned 41, but it wasn't in the cards for me, not because I bailed on it, more so because I had other travel commitments that I prioritized. I prioritized memories over an additional fitness goal, and I think that's really healthy for me. But this year, I really want to do the full marathon. So I don't know if I'll do more than one, but that is the one I am committing to. And I started training today, essentially this week. So I will share some updates on that. If you're interested in running, let me know. But with that in mind, running, I'm also going to keep lifting 4 to 5 days a week. So one of the biggest things that I want to continue to document with my body composition check-ins is going to be maintenance of my current muscle mass. So I do have a body comp scale that, gives me a pretty accurate look at how much muscle I carry and muscle, bone, fat, water, etc. So currently right now I'm sitting at about 84 pounds of muscle. And with that, I really want to track this and make sure that I am able to do this training block to run a full marathon, continue my lifts, fuel myself properly, i.e. good sources of protein, ample protein, appropriate meal timing, hydration, the works, to make sure I don't lose any muscle during this process. Pie in the sky goals. I really would love to develop my quads and my glutes a bit more. And when I say that, I'm not looking to have some giant wagon or have an unrealistic body type for me. I'm looking to strengthen my glutes as a whole, as well as my quads, because I like the aesthetic of stronger quads, in particular glutes. I'm good with how my glutes look, but we know when it comes to running, you should be weightlifting. The more you can strengthen your quads and your glutes, the better you're going to support your knees and your running. So I really want to play around with this in terms of focusing in on good glute and quad workouts. And I will share some of those workouts with you in some of the upcoming videos. But I really want to see how things progress, because I can also see the breakdown of my body mass and how it looks. And I do have a little bit of a discrepancy left to right with my quads. And I would like to see if I can somehow get rid of that discrepancy and build up my left to as much of my right. I'm not sure how that goal works. Honestly, yes, I'm a personal trainer, but I don't really know how I'm going to tweak my training just yet. TBD, more to come on that. But those are really my biggest goals for the 12 weeks and for this series here. Okay, the last thing I'm going to say with this 12 weeks is I have not been tracking macros. I do for maybe a cut series, but the one thing that's really cool that I've noticed anytime I've done a marathon or trained for endurance running, if you will, is I take my nutrition so much more seriously than if I'm not working towards a goal. Maybe that makes sense. But for me, knowing that I'm going to be running long distance, it can make or break you if you are not fueling appropriately. And it doesn't just mean the night before. It means days leading up to it. It means fuel afterwards. It means hydration. How hydrated are you staying? The electrolytes, all of these things make such a difference. And I have been a little too lenient on protein snacks, protein bars. I do my protein coffee you saw today, that Ghost Protein cold brew. That gave me 25 grams of protein as well, by the way. But in general, I just really want to lean more into my whole foods intake, which I'm pretty good about anyways. I'm not ever going to not eat some processed foods. I'm just being honest with you. That's not the lifestyle I live, nor is it what I preach to my clients. But I really want to ensure I am optimizing the nourishment that I'm bringing into my body in effort to support being the strongest athlete I can be with running a marathon and continuing to lift. So those are my big goals for the next 12 weeks. If you are participating with me here, write your goals down below and declare them. I know many of you are doing the Grounds app transformation challenge. That's incredible. I'm hoping this series helps you in combination with your own goals to keep you feeling supported and keep you going. But if you are someone that really just feels like you need a little more support, a little more accountability, a little more guidance, and someone who can really give it to you in easily digestible steps week to week, make sure you check out the link below. I am starting the Grounds Inner Circle, the ultimate breakthrough, the last diet, the new you. And that starts January 20th with our first live call, January 22nd. So if you want to be part of my community-based nutrition group coaching, I think you would love it. I teach concepts of nutrition as well as mindset, because the two have to go hand in hand if you're going to make sustainable changes. So if you're interested in that, enrollment is open. I will leave the link down below. In addition, if you are just looking for one-to-one coaching because that's your flow, I do have a couple spots open still for one-to-one online coaching. You can send me over an email at carolcoreyfitlife@gmail.com. But I am going to end this video here. I hope you got some good tips on getting in your protein. Let me leave you with one last one. I know this video is getting super long, but easy peasy, lemon squeezy if you're not sure how much protein to get. If you are a generally healthy adult, for me, I like to say you need at least 1 gram of protein. Yes, all the equations use kilograms, well aware, but when you do the math, it ends up working out the same. So just follow me here for your actual muscle mass. So if you know your body comp and you know your muscle mass, like I said, I have 84 pounds of muscle on me. I need to support that being an athlete, being super active. I need at least 84 grams of protein a day. But I actually take that to my full body weight because we have bone, we have water, we have fat, right? So I try to get at least as much of my body weight in protein, and I go a little higher, to be honest with you, and I have routine blood work. I'm all good, guys. It's all fine. Higher protein for me has really enhanced my ability to live the lifestyle I live in terms of being athletic, in terms of making it easier to eat healthy, and just feel more satisfied with my meals, quite honestly. So Just a little tip for you to strive for at least your muscle mass in grams of protein per day. Start there. You don't have to go super high from the get-go, but if you're not someone who's going to start tracking macros, you may want to at least take a look at protein. If you are someone with body comp goals in mind or fitness related goals, protein is definitely something you should take a look at. I'm going to close out the video here. I know this one was a super long video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you engage down in the comments, smash the like button. Like I said, stay tuned. Meal prep coming up in next week's video. Bye guys.